Alright, we are back. Ready to go. Let's do the thing and see how we go. This can only end really badly, right? Alright, okay. I'm low key scared, but we'll go for it. Alright, continue. Okay.
You need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me. This clarity does not come instantly. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vasholian. Your love for disco music and venereal disease?
Venereal disease.
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
He gestures towards the lorryman.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
You sure I'm not chronologically superior to you? Okay. You're right, that's perfection.
Correct.
Alright, I guess we're gonna internalize racism. I don't think I want to, but I guess we will. All endurance, lot, okay. Wait, is that? Hold on. Oh, hold on, I gotta click on. Right. Solution. Wait, what? Hold on. Solution? Wait, no. Massive anesthetic swells in your head. Okay. Everyone's there. The whole the whole race gang. Okay. I don't truly know what's happening too much. I'll be honest. Fooled by the absurdity. Research time 1 hour 40. Okay. Alright, well I guess we chill out. Magnesium, lovely. Clothes for winter. The cafeteria's open.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right?
The lieutenant glances into
You
his
run
notebook.
this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
Harbinger Ruin. As I said, Detective Raphael Ambrosius Costillo. I'm currently in between names. Say nothing.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many cafeterias I manage.
Ooh, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
Defensive much?
I didn't imply that. Detective,
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
Play the fool. Who, me? No, I'm good. Pass on the questions.
His face expresses profound doubt in your having this.
Why did Sylvie go away? Are you the bartender? You know, I actually can't think of a single thing.
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
Did you kill him?
What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
Hey, he might have. You've got to ask.
She went away because none of your business.
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
Am I not a cop? Everything is my business.
Okay, you got me.
Nice.
She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
Creep.
thank you.
The number is safely tucked away in a small pocket. Mystery solved. Didn't go well.
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching.
This stuff gets on my nerves. I'm a feminist. I guess I like to be thorough. Everything has something to do with everything. I don't know, I just went for it. You're right, I probably shouldn't have asked. Everything has something to do with everything.
Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing.
That's all.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one. It must be merely imagination.
Let's bail! Time to push the eject button! Sounds like a responsibility! You don't like those!
What's real? Survey fair, medium, slip away unnoticed. I don't owe you crap. Oh.
One moment you're running like the wind, then you suddenly turned around and you're beating your finger furiously with both hands. Why?
Why did I do this? Why did I have to use both of my hands to flip him off? Why both? Oh.
Watch out!
Everything goes dark.
I did not expect such horrendous consequences.
Back so soon.
So weird. Oh, so weird.
Admit it, you just missed the quarter light. The darkness on the edge of town.
How's it going out there? Are the tiny apes screaming about money yet?
It's not going very well.
It doesn't look like it is, sweetie. Are you okay?
Okay, she seems fine. That's the main thing.
No, you have sustained a trauma to
Damage
your lower
done.
neck.
Okay.
In addition, you have strained your left trapezius muscle. Pain surges down your back when you move.
Oh, are you okay?
The chair took the brunt of it. Don't worry.
Are you sure, ma'am?
Yes, yes. Check on him.
Sir, I didn't mean for this to happen. I'm sorry. This has always been a cop-friendly place. The drinks are on the house, okay? There were a lot of drinks on the tab. I still have to charge you for 3 nights and the broken window, though. That's 100 square.
He's shaken. Barter now and he'll cave in.
I won't pay for that window. Ouch. Grab your side.
Okay, fine. I'll take it off your bill. Sleep in a post-apocalyptic hellhole if you want to. Just know I won't give you another room.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Don't thank me yet. You still owe me 60 real for 3 nights stay. If you don't have it by tonight, I just can't let you up there. And for God's sake, watch out for yourself.
Alright, all in all, not a bad result. Could have gone worse.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
Do I even have one?
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
I don't know.
You don't really know, do you?
Does this mean I'm homeless? I only have a vague blackened image.
A vague blackened image doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
I don't. I live in a dumpster. I don't care. I have everything. Robocop. This game, man, incredible. Could I trace the way back somehow to the exact street, the exact number and building?
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time.
Okay, so let's do that. Internalize. We're learning. Okay, let's heal. All that. And I also need to find another 58 real real quick. The dishes are drying. The smell of chemicals and pine trees. Wait, what? Let's look through here. I'm confused. Oh. Right. Oh. Wrong button. An aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs in the air.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Kubek. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Kubek. Please, it's not funny.
Hello, sir. Got time for a few questions?
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
You've got some impressive pods here. There.
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine. Yep.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
I wonder where this door leads.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
I'm drawn to its cobalt blue. It's part of the Whirling in rags. There's something about this place that makes me want to know. Out of duty, we may find something pertinent to the investigation.
Yes. I suppose it's worth seeing if we can get in. Just to be thorough. As a side investigation.
The door is a mega investigation. The door and the main investigation will merge into a stereo investigation.
If you say so. Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Gart. So what's that that's getting highlighted there? Oh, photos of men, okay. What's behind the blue door, Gart?
Can I help you?
Is the track container out back yours?
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
I wonder what this feeling is.
Prod at him and find out.
Doesn't it seem callous to you, guarding even your leftovers from the poor? We need those keys.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
I seen something here at the Willing Gate. I think I need to talk about. By the way, I'm going to sing karaoke here.
What thing?
I saw a sign that said the mess hall is reserved for the Union. The mysterious blue steel door at the back.
Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction.
He turns his head in disdain.
They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
He hates the Union, but grudgingly recognizes its power over him. So he's directing his frustration at you instead. Retaliate.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept. Just making clear you got that.
The mysterious blue door.
Oh yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Do you know what's behind it? Do you have?
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that. What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Okay.
Absolutely out of the question.
You wait and see, cafeteria manager. Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit.
Alright, so, I apologise to this lass.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
Maybe I am.
And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
No, I'm done with mating rituals. I don't know, wink, maybe I have. I had once, wink twice, but I lost her.
What was with that fucking wink?
Stop winking, tap yourself on the side of the head to correct the malfunction. Do you not think the neurological damage is probably permanent?
I see you are still grieving. Well, I won't pry. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Okay.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Hire her. Okay. Hire her. Okay. You seem to be in a chair. How do you like to roll with me? Oh no. I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything. Are you okay? I'm very sorry I crashed into you earlier. I don't know what got into me. Sweetie needs money. Sweetie's got money.
Oh, I'm perfectly all right. I'm more worried about you. What was that?
The cafeteria is a bad man, a man without humour or compassion. It was like my body had a will of its own. I was running, my torso turned, my hands made this lewd gesture. I'm sorry I had to witness it.
What do you mean?
He was tormenting me with outrageous demands for money.
He's just on edge because of the lynching. Don't judge him too harshly. Anyway, I'm glad you weren't injured.
Okay.
Of course, dear.
Alright, I don't know how we're gonna get any money, I'll be honest. How do I get around here? Hello? It's all about money, you know? True that, brother, true that. Okay. I do have a level up. Okay, I'm not gonna use the point yet, I don't think. Okay, journal. So this has still got unlock. I can forget. Okay, interesting. So I guess we'll wait for that. It's 59% done. I like your 4422 custom build. That is a cool build. Thank you. I just kind of went for it to really kind of go for the role play element. I was like, what would I actually do? What would I put my stats in? You know. I'm hella confused though as to what I do now. Like, do I just wait for me to become a racist? What was this again?
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material.
Deception. It's Monteronics, isn't it? Do I just like waste the point and try and like see if I can get in because there's stuff there? Like it might help. Who would have thought perception would be useful in a detective game? So legit, real talk. No, that's the wrong button. My thought with the build was, I want to charm the pants off everyone, and be a smarty pants. So lots of pants, but I was like, okay, if I can charm everyone, and know things, like I was like, oh, okay, let's like do it that way. You know what I mean? So that was the idea. But then yeah, as you say, like perception, probably pretty good for a detective game. Lots of pants, charm the pants off. Yeah, exactly. This is a we're a pants free stream, but a pants friendly environment. Do I just point the point? Do I just put the point in this because it'll actually help? I don't know how much it'll help me with the check. Because there's obviously a lot of stuff going on behind there. We got the key for this.
This trash container is locked. The sliding with a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
Didn't I just have permission and maybe there's something there?
There is, but you won't like it.
Oh.
Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Nice. Look under the carton of boxes, pick at the rags, search the food waste, close the lid.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar.
I'm glad I'm wearing the rubber gloves.
A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
Oh.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer.
We dumpster diving. Yep.
Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but
He looks into the container.
the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I haven't.
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
Oh, it's so graphic.
This is a military type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
You think someone from the whaling might have been involved, maybe?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
The mug, I'm getting that mug too.
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this?
What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something.
Pick it out.
Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
I don't know what this is.
Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there.
A miserable looking slip of paper sticks to the board.
If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
It must have been cramping my style. It has a foreboding quality to it. Maybe I needed to lose it for the great bloodletting to begin. I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore, so I threw it away. Someone from the whaling threw it in the trash? I don't know, I'm boring. It must have been...
Officer, this is an official piece of paperwork. It probably contains notes on numerous ongoing investigations, and could even list undercover operatives, informants. I suggest integrating it into your style, for all our sakes.
Sounds like an order, I don't take those.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
Several hours in and like we're still getting tutorial. Like that. Oh, mate, so good.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
An antique?
Only in its social sensibility.
Mm-hmm.
The lieutenant briefly glances at the mug and returns his sight to the trash. I'm gonna give it to the
The
racist
container
guy.
sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
The smell of rotten
Oh,
food
whoops.
rises
Wrong
to
button.
greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Wrong button. Sorry, ban me.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
Gong. Can I like take the gloves off? How do I? Hello? Like, how do I? Are they still dirty? Okay, take them off. And I've put them back on. They still look dirty. Damaged ledger. A mug.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here?
There's quite a lot to read into here. Actually, look at all that content.
Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
A racist mug. The mug is an example of prejudice. I'm going to use it as an example of what not to do. I'm going to push this into the face of every merchant I find and tell them, this is your inane ideology. The mug will be useful by denouncing it. I can earn political capital to mask my bad ass hustling, i.e. fraud and embezzlement. The mug didn't belong in the trash. It was a funny mug. Can't anyone laugh anymore?
If you want to earn some change by guilting people, go for it. But if you want to earn real dough, finish the case and start getting paid again.
Okay.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging
Gotta
from
get that
plastic
money.
board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Oh, not urinal cakes.
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard.
It's a beautiful piece of verbiage. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers.
It's a metaphor for you.
Harsh.
Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart.
Okay, Inspector
It's
Toby.
just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Leave it there, it's cool. Maybe it's kitchen tissue, they look exactly the same.
Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila, the ledger now looks marginally better.
Okay.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
Run your finger across the aluminium.
The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before.
Hey, Lieutenant, what is this?
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property.
Interesting. What sort of information?
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved. How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
How can I read it?
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. All RCM vehicles have had lights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
Okay.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Cool.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight. They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs.
So, a mate of mine that sort of encouraged me to play this said it's arguably the best written game ever. And I said this to another friend of mine who has enjoyed this and has done a cosplay and really thinks it's great, and also just flat out agreed and was like, yeah, it's easily one of the best written games ever. And you read a paragraph like that is describing some damaged paper, and that is better than some books that I have read. Like, just the quality of the the verboseness of the words. Like that's so descriptive. Like just it being read, I can see it so clearly, and like there's nothing actually going on the screen.
Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files, commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your
I'm
hands.
listening.
They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
What is there? What are they about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you.
That's not ideal.
It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Is 2 cases a week good caseload, Lieutenant? There was mention of a no naming convention. Count the pages. I have to open an official case as their room.
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
2 cases a week appears to have been my load, Lieutenant. I'm not sure I completed them though.
2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me.
I'm sure I made plenty of mistakes. I burned out alright.
That's okay. We all do, sooner or later.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
There's mention of a naming
it
convention.
appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name.
Okay, cool.
A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples.
Nice. Oh my, and they've written in capital letters too.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case.
These are like straight out of like Agatha Christie, like Poirot, like naming conventions.
Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout.
The guys on a couch in an unexpected location. That's exquisite. Just there's so many connotations with that one. Oh wow.
It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Count the pages.
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete.
Commit to paper.
Sadly, the ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It's unfitting of this monumental event.
Kim, I'll just use the pencil. Kim, do you have a pen?
The lieutenant looks at his blue notebook. 2 fat, shiny pens hang from the binder, like large caliber bullets on an ammo belt. It's downright incriminating. He has little choice but to give you one, although he really does not want to. He is not really saying anything, just standing there, looking at them.
You know you have to give me one, right? That is how human society works, I believe.
Wordless, he pulls one from the loop and hands it to you. The pen is cold, blue, and ready to write.
With this beauty, commit to paper.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the blue oblong pen in a brash freehand uncannily similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple. a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Get the body down. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place.
Cross out the ones you've already finished.
A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
The Hanged Man. The Furies are at home in the mirror. The setting sun. Crap on a stick. Actually, I don't have one. The Furies are at home in the mirror. Is that Furies, right? Yeah. Furies are at home, right?
Furies. Yes, well, I don't know. I have to be honest, I'm not experiencing the internal strife that it refers to. And also,
He furrows his brow.
could you make it less poetic somehow? Just a normal case name, you know? Think, what would that be? A good normal name.
Yes, you know what that normal name is, but it's so plain. Anything else, please.
Great, that's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now.
Oh.
I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
It's good we sorted this out, mate, isn't it? It's really good we were able to get this sorted and give it a good, normal name. Because heaven forbid we have anything poetic.
Yes, how very childish of you. In law, in my defense, almost everyone in the RCM uses the titular system, in addition to the official alphanumeric. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
I seem to have named the case The Square Bullet Hole Murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one The Man with the Hole in His Head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself.
Okay, so Kim's got some personality. We like that.
I pray his loved ones never find out. Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers.
Can I
They're
read
a little
the case
further
files
from
now?
your nose now. Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title.
Logic.
For example,
Logic.
HDB 41120111700. The Next World Mural.
See, those points weren't wasted now, were they? Weren't those officer words?
Why, yes, your precinct number is
precinct.
41.
HDB.
Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials.
Wow, I don't know what to say to that. I think you meant to say that was RAC. Haram Dejuran Binzakin or Horus Debbie Berenger. All of those are hard to read.
That is improbable.
How long does it take to read a
It
case?
takes about half an hour to piece one together using the system you've devised. Where do you want to start?
I've got to go with the couch in an unexpected location.
Some assholes brought their couch outside and hung out on it. In the middle of the street, on the roof, on the hillside by the motorway. You know, at an unexpected location. They were young, and they thought they looked cool on it.
They actually look like arseholes. They look really cool, like models. They look really cool, like a rock band.
Yes, as you said here, insufferable rock and roll assholes. Young people are the worst. So anyway, you got a complaint about the damn sofa, or couch, or whatever it was. They were leaving it out in all these unexpected and whimsical locations. They took it to where they also took photos of themselves on it, and smoked cigarettes, and drank coffee because they felt it's intellectual.
Intellectual?
Cigarette butts, coffee cups, stupid couch. You had to clean it all up, and you did. So congratulations to you. Case solved.
Did I ever catch those guys?
No, you didn't have time for that. These notes show that you have what is called a real goddamn job. You don't have time to be chasing down the couch assholes. You have a real job to do. What next?
Okay,
Not
put that
much
away.
has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
Let's check the yellow papers.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copy of paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form.
What types of forms are there?
3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work. A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs. A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields, but they appear pleasantly vague.
I fine people now.
These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing. Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RCM.
What did you say the colour was? Shake the ledger.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
Oh, what did you say the colour was?
Blue. The blue heart. Don't look into it.
Okay. How would I open it?
With your hands. U4 sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board.
Well, we'll roll.
Is not what you end up doing. You squeeze the plastic to slide it open, but nothing happens. Then you bend it some. Then crack it. The goddamn thing is stuck. The ledger quivers in your hand. As it shakes, the pages rustle. This pathetic mess suddenly afraid of you for some reason.
Okay, so we learned a lot there.
Advanced race theory. Everything is calm in the eye of the race storm. Your mind is lucid and bright. The mind-bending phylogenetics appear more distant and, to be fair, a little ridiculous. The great race mystery has cleared up. All that's left to do is verbalize your thoughts. Go and talk to Measurehead about your newly found insights.
Okay, let's try and do that. Let's throw a cheeky save in. Actually, I can just quick save.
Wow, you work hard.
I do?
Oh, yes. You hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide.
I guess I do.
Oh, yeah. Like a horse, a workhorse, for hard work. Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum after you re-emerged. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you. You ride.
I freaking ride till I die.
That's just what it's like. Life and death. But you got gills on your side, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco Negros and the Solas. It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop and a sprinter and a money printer.
I guess I've made some gills.
Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth?
Okay.
But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die. Now, are you rich?
No, I'm actually not.
That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that?
Taxes, man.
That's right. 100%. Fucking G-Man's got his jam covered sticky fingers in your
Covered
pocket,
sticky
stealing
fingers.
from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, so much as sneeze.
Taxation is theft. Fact.
Aren't taxes almost non-existent in the Gotham estate that is Revachol?
Really, every time I see.
You and I both, but they got those indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax. This tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus, there's the stuff people in other countries pay for that makes them ask for more money from you here. The Gotham estate's a myth. In total, the coalition government is taking
I think my inner conscience has now become a racist.
98% of all your money.
No freaking way! I guess I'm a free market fundamentalist now. Opt in. Are you sure? That seems to be a pretty big number. This isn't helping me solve my money problem. It's only making me into a free market type.
What are you, a racist? Don't be a racist. Be a cool immigrant, ultra-liberal free market advocate. Ride or die. Keep it street. This guy's appropriating the emerging Boogie Street lingo as part of his sales pitch for the free market economy.
Well, if not being an ultra-liberal makes me a racist, then I guess I should be an ultra-liberal. You're trying to sound like a Boogie Street youth to peddle me this stuff, aren't you? Go away, discard thought. I have no idea what is happening.
Yeah, ain't it cool, Ryder? Ain't it street?
I don't want my savior fair to think I'm racist, but is agreeing. I do hate taxes, so
Here you go, hustler. Fight the righteous fight. Free the people. Keep it real. Keep it street. Keep foaming at the mouth furiously on the tax issue.
oh god. Oh my god, the game. What's happened? I don't. Hello?
Yes?
Why is it over there? Oh god, okay, I pressed the button. I did not know you could do that. Alright, so let's do the headlights thing.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and...
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
So that was unintentional, but Kuno is scary and also like,
Weirdly sounds scouse. The Kuno's that scouse, isn't he?
which I find personally quite hilarious.
He's downplaying his excitement. The lieutenant is more than happy to show off his precious carriage. The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canada comes to life with a whoop. The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
The Kuno.
Oh, I see. You have the Scouser stream tag. I'm American, so I don't know UK accents or regions so well. So, like, it sounds like it's one of those where, like, it's like a faux Scouse, where, like, it sounds like he's regionally from, like, Merseyside in the UK, right? But, like, it's very tangent. Like, all the accents in this are a bit, like, mixed up, right? But, like, I think he said they were like, let's make him sound almost Scouse, but not quite. Is what I get from it. Okay, so the papers. I'd like to read my watermarks, please. Okay, do I have to buttons? Interact.
It's the ledger you found in the trash, a cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by arson, petty theft, spousal abuse. You don't exactly close them, so much as a distance.
Why won't that me? I wish to read the watermark. Oh,
As
there
you
we go.
hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
There's a note of pride in the lieutenant's voice.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro perforations.
Mersey is the river, yeah, that's correct. Look at the shimmering street grid.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights.
Wait, look around you. Where are we on this? Point to the halogen map.
Let me see. Right here.
Seems nice. Seems like a crap hole. I'm sure I've seen worse. On a segment of coast jutting out into the ocean.
No, it does not.
Look at the periphery.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Tally up the different
The
rows.
first row has 18 dots.
What about the next
The
one?
next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some.
Count them individually.
There are so many, it's hard to count. More than 150, at least. Maybe even 200.
What about the last row?
The last row has 3 perforations.
3? That's it?
That's it.
Hey Kim, what do all these holes mean? Point to the dots on the watermark.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
Get drunk like a megastar? I walked the land telling people and liars at the end is to come. There are 9,855 days remaining. Probably some boring office job. I can't imagine doing any job for 18 years, to be honest. I feel like I just went around apologizing all the time. Do you really think I have any idea?
That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your youth?
Do you really think I have any idea? I'm gonna be honest with them.
Fair point. Let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see, wow, more than 200.
Is that a lot?
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
So you're saying I used to be a super cop? I used to be good. That's some solace, I guess. What's the last number? I don't think I can ever re-become this person. Take some solace.
Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
I was expecting a higher number, honestly.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way.
90th percentile.
There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of those officers.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
How do you handle the strain?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others.
It gives you a meaningful look.
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Like what?
Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now.
Maybe I should find a hobby.
Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
He points at your yellow gardening gloves.
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab.
If you ever killed it, I'm not going to ask him about that. Thanks for that.
The lieutenant nods.
Okay, let's go. Put the ledger away.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
He does seem reticent to share his hobbies. You got to ask why.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
Ooh! I keep pressing pause. So trained. Ooh! Okay, cool. 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 Ooh, we love stats. Oh, hold on. Wait. Right, let's save again. So I don't have to go through all that. Just do a quick save. And then we'll go try and convince this guy that we're racist now, I guess. This will definitely go well. Definitely. Couldn't possibly go wrong. Hello?
The unpromising race pupil returns.
I think I know what the race enigma is.
And
It's shit. Let me into the harbour. Paradoxically, you plan to suppress the Occidentals with their own race theory. This racecraft is what rich people want us to do, where they get all the money. It's just something you shock people with, liberal and progressive people. It's whatever you want it to be. It's free association language exercise, degenerate race hero. I don't know about the rest, but it's clear I should stop drinking the ancient poison Al Ghul. This dump is ready to be suppressed by the superstate. I can serve as your clerk in your administration. Maybe you need a cop. Is that what it says? Okay, but do oh god, I don't actually know what to say. He kind of was chatting a lot of mints. Oh no. All right, so it's not number one. We can rule number one straight out. Paradoxically, you plan to supersede the people with their own theory. Maybe. Racecraft is what rich people want, so I think that's out. It's just something you shout at people, that's out. Whatever you want it to be, that's out. 6 is out. So I think it's 7 or 2.